again, after we have that, we move into a weekly schedule and then other projects we have in our hands for people to take advantage of. Right. Now, I'm going to share a page with you right now, and I will take a dimension about the project around Zeniq coin. And I personally, you may want to ask me, why do I got involved in Zeniq? Now, if you have this tool, I was checking around. I know many persons might not really know what's happening, that Zeniq coin had a healthy move. This, I don't even like this type of spike. That was abnormal. But of course, something warranted, because I discovered that sometimes some people who buy some coin, buy and selling of those coins, are not actually investor into those projects. I venture into different coins like that, and I discover people who make the coin popular are not real farmer in the coin. They are just market makers. And then the real investor stay patient and make insane money eventually over a period of time. And that's exactly why I need to draw attention into this project called Zeniq coin. Now, if you go to Dex tool, right? If you go to Dex tool and you go, of course, to check the protocol, don't use, if you use Binance Chain, for instance, I'm going to show you something very importantly. Why is this project like this now? And when you are being asked that participate in this project, a lot of people ask me, is it listed on Binance? Now, this is Binance Smart Chain. Now, I'm going to go to search for Zeniq coin. So why you need to get involved in Zeniq as fast as possible? Because it's obvious. I may be wrong then, but the end will justify the means. Now, these activities are what we call market makers. Look at the same coin we're referring to here in this environment. It's worth $1.2 of a unit of a coin. Why? And I'm going to explain to you and why you need to jump into the project as fast as possible. Not a financial advice, however, but why do I need to get involved as fast as possible? This is Zeniq coin, and on Binance Chain, where you trade against BNB, it's worth $1.23 and recorded about all-time high of about 3 something dollars, give and take. I could check probably, or let's check here. I think almost $3 of the all-time high. Okay, that's about $3.8. Now the question you need to ask me, Felix, why do we have this project? All-time high here, $3.8. All right, then I go back to another protocol, which is Ethereum protocol. On Ethereum protocol, just coming up, trying to pop up here next to, all right. On Ethereum protocol, Zeniq. Because I know some of us have been in crypto, and now, right now, Zeniq coin is not only now against Ethereum on Ethereum protocol, is as well against Zeniq. So you can trade Zeniq coin against Ethereum, and which presently worth 23 cents thereabout. Now the question you want to ask me, Felix, what is happening? Why is Zeniq 24 cents on Ethereum and 1.23? That's about $1 difference. Now, against Zeniq, Zeniq coin against Zeniq, Okay, now Zeniq coin against Avinoc. So you can practically sell Zeniq coin against Avinoc, and in worth of the dollar against Avinoc is 45 cents. Somebody's going to ask me, Felix, what's going on? We have 45 cents here. We have $1.23 somewhere, and we have 23 cents somewhere. Now, these are case study, and I'm driving somewhere, introducing you because some of us probably you have been in Zeniq, and some of us have not been in Zeniq. Maybe some of you are just hearing for the first time because our Sundays are crypto review for more than how many years right now. And then there are some projects sometimes when you are not being shown into, you miss out big time on it. Now, the Avinoc coin itself, what powers the strength of the coin was the activities from Zeniq partnership. Avinoc right now is worth 45 cents. Avinoc right now is worth 45 cents. Now, Avinoc can be gotten on Uniswap, can be gotten on Latocon, and can be gotten if you are a member of Zeniq Safir and you are a business builder. You can buy by withdrawing your earnings to Avinoc. You can buy Avinoc on Big X too, and then so on Latocon, on Big X, on Uniswap, or you're a member of Zeniq. Now, I want to draw attention to something very quickly, because when it has to do with cryptocurrency and what probably may bless you or that will make you build financial independence may not look like it from the beginning. Now, I quickly want to go back here to CoinMarketCap and Avinoc. We did some airdrop on Avinoc some years back. That was about 2-3 years ago. And equally bought some and forget about it. Now, it has a parallel move for many years. Okay? It has a parallel move for many years. Look at it. Parallel move for many years. Now, if you look at this coin, Avinoc, as at about 2 years ago, all right, was worth 0.000. This all-time low you saw here was actually not the all-time low. That was the all-time low captured by CoinMarketCap. But in their back office, where we did the airdrop and bought some fraction of it, was as nonsense price as it were. Now, what do you say to somebody who got involved in Avinoc about in 2018? Even let's come down to 2019. What would you say to somebody who bought Avinoc in 2019, exactly 2019 here, on the 23rd of August 2019, who got involved in Avinoc, and what would you tell him? Since then, Avinoc had no progressive growth at all. Now, all of a sudden, when last year, December, an announcement was made by Zeniq Safir of the partnership with Avinoc as an aviation fuel transactions, and then moving their strategy. I think the blockchain migration should take place probably end of this month or so, or more be perfected probably by March with Zeniq technology. Now, I'm taking us through this dimension for us to understand investment in cryptocurrency, investment in crypto project beyond just get rich quick scheme, and setting up strategy for yourself to have what to fall back to. But listen, it's not about inviting you to invest in a coin and then you come back tomorrow and say, oh, the other one I invested in Shiba Inu within 6 months gave me $500,000 and I invested $50, and then it gave me I invested $300 and it gave me $1.3 million. And what happens to Zeniq? I've invested and I've not made $1 million, even though I invested $10,000. Now, there are things you must understand. Every crypto coin that have conventional project infused into them have what we call locomotive growth. If you want to understand that, go back and study this coin project, which I've been on for more than 3-4 years now, called Cardano, ADA. Okay? Now, ADA does not have any aggressive growth, as it were. Why? The CEO, the developers are busy securing partnership with conventional transactions, businesses, government, as it were. So those are the things that Cardano have been doing for many years. And even throughout last year, those were the things they were securing. And that's why you could have a long stretch, even after the first pump, as it were, and then you have a long stretch down. You can imagine how frustrating it could be when you bought a coin at about above $1, and after the following year, the second year, the third year, it was below, some cent. Now go consistently at 3 cents, 1 cent, 2 cents, as it were, and continually, and until you have a leap again, and there you go. Now, if you have this bear back to $1,000 or $10,000 of Bitcoin, we can have Cardano back to 25 cents. And then what happened? It can go for the next 2 years for it to return back to $1. Now, I'm not scaring you, but this is the point. When it's going to mature, many people will have left and run away from the project. Now, what is the uniqueness that I'm drawing your attention to on Zeniq Safir right now? Very quickly. Zeniq Safir had a coin and had an ecosystem. And the ecosystem allows you to participate rather than just buying the coin and keep holding that you may waste eventually. Because I've discovered one thing. What gets people frustrated about a coin is that when you bought it, probably you bought it at $10, and then you keep it that when it gets to $50 or you get to $100, you get it sold, and eventually the coin comes down to 2 cents and never move. You get frustrated, and some eventually sell it at loss and said, let me just get off the whole thing. And that's how they get frustrated about cryptocurrency. Now, the dimension of crypto right now, of course, had been, but people never paid attention to it, is the aspect of walking around the ecosystem of the coin. Number one, the Zeniq you can buy in the marketplace and keep. Secondly, you can walk yourself through by investing in the hub minting system of the project. Now, but get what now? Now, the hub minting project give you access to be producing the coin on a regular basis or in fractional quantity. Now, when you're participating, give and take, if the price is going up and down, you're accumulating the number of coin, as it were. Of course, last year, I told a good number of people to get aggressive when they start their Zeniq minting hub, that I told people, buy as much hub as you wanted, and then ensure you get aggressive in sharing the opportunity with people. The reason is this: the project had aligned things with it, talking about tokenization, asset tokenization. Now, and I'd like us to know that the project was not only looking at asset tokenization, but business transactions, tokenizings of businesses, as it were. Now, but what was a lot easier for anyone to understand is that when we talk about we're tokenizing real estate, I have a physical partnership with people who already have some real estate track records, then it was simpler. But don't be surprised, the project will keep having new projects added up to their ecosystem for tokenization. You can have tokenization of what? Copyright of people over time. Now, many persons have approached me, what should I do? I said, my project on Zeniq is to look at what happened the next 5 years. But what is so unique around it was this fact, is that while I'm minting, I'm already a partner to any system that have been introduced to their ecosystem. Number one, the project, a partnership with OCS Bank. Probably let me just go here and come up with some of those. I'm not going for full presentation, ladies and gentlemen. It's just to show you what you may not understand about projects and why people get frustrated when they participate in project. They lose out eventually because what they target is to say, I bought this social coin and it has given me 10x. Why is it that I invested more here and it has not even given me my money I invested? Understand project, and every coin that is aligned with conventional project activities, talking about asset management, commodity, and all of those things, then it's not going to work like other projects that just going to be market hyping. Just like some of us who participate in pre-sales and all of that, a lot of them were pool, which you know. Every coin that have problem to solve on conventional surface don't spike unnecessarily. They move in a gradual way. And so that was why when many of us get involved in the space, we told every client to understand that cryptocurrency is not a get-rich-quick scheme. However, when you are investing, you have to spread your tentacles. So when your tentacles are spread, then you'll be able to have the patience. Remember, we say cryptocurrency is a place where the active make money for the patient. The active make money for the patient, and the patient reap the largest shares of the market. However, the risk involved is this: you may be waiting for certain thing to happen in 1 year or 2 years, may elongate your expectation. It may stay longer than what you expected. But the most important thing is that to follow up the project activities. This is a lineup of activities and partnership of this company with different platforms. Talking of partnership with banking, partnership with royal families. I'm not carried away by the royal family. I'm carried away by what the people offer. And so as much as possible, should I wait for all the implementations of those projects before I get involved in such project? No. I learned very early how to buy the rumor and sell the news. So ladies and gentlemen, all you need to understand in Zeniq is get involved, buy the minting hub while it's producing for you. Number two, if you are like some of us, and you probably will be looking at what happened when the coin gets to $2 or $3. It's on that note, if you have intention of spending 10,000 euro to buy into the minting hub, I was okay. Why don't you use 8,000 euro and then use 2,000 euro to buy some volume of the coin and keep? But eventually, you may get frustrated to say, if I had known, I would have just got enough hub. Because why? Got a time, the price of the coin was at 2 cents. Got a time, the price of the coin was at 5 cents. But got a time, the price of the coin pumped up to 45 to 50 something cents. Now, what happened? For people coming to the market that time, and they were being encouraged to buy the hub and buy the coin. Now, it was better for them when they bought the hub and bought the coin, and then now the price came down, they have not sold the one they bought. That means they have to be waiting. And what happened? If the price of Zeniq coin perpetually stay at 23 cents for the next 2 years, the person who bought it and hold it will get frustrated. But the person who bought the hub to be minting it will be happy because it will be generating the coin on a regular basis. And I want to sound this warning for those of us who have been in the Zeniq and those of you who are just coming in. The coin minting volume is not for minting, withdrawal, and selling. It's for accumulation, so that when the tokenization itself come up, you can be able to have enough chance of slot into the tokenization, enough chance for so many other tokenized projects that will be happening in. Now, buying into this project, you have, please, ladies and gentlemen, I beg your pardon. I know the company made provision that so that people can participate with little piecemeal, 100 euro, 150 euro. I beg and I want to apologize to you sincerely. What I recommend for anyone coming in to buy the hub is to start from minimum of 1,500 euro, which is give and take about $1,700 or $1,800 as it were. Now, that's what I recommend and above. Now, but there are issues here. Now, am I not negating people who do not have enough money? No. Then that's where I come to the second part of the project. Now, I've talked to a lot of friends. I said, this project is a unique ecosystem. I do not have enough money to start with minimum of 1,500 euro. Then there is a provision for me to develop an affiliate and to be a kind of a distributor or what we call dealership. Then I can buy into a low package of 100 euro, which take me to have access to redistribute and as a dealer of this project into different places and different marketplaces. Then people are able to buy, and then when they buy, I will be part of the people who will have a profit share of about 69% income generation, which are called cash flow. Now, if I'm able to do that, what exactly am I supposed to do? I will use this to now increase my stake in the hub. Quite unfortunate today, people have more than enough money, they buy more hubs and they still build the network more than the people who have only 100 euro. That's a slap in the face, man. So for me, it was a win-win strategy that I do not have enough money, then let me buy small package, which give me a name, will give me a surface, will give me an interface, and then I can recommend for people, then I'll be able to participate in about 69% return of every activities of this company by making unilevel income of any number of people I share into. And of course, it's freelance list here, and anyone who buy into it, you get some commission. And this commission is like an affiliate rewarding commission. Then I can build career in it to make additional income called the ranking income, and they're lousy. Then I can build up to be making monthly profit share pool from the company. I think it's crazy. Now, logically, I was telling a lot of friends that in Zeniq, and if you are in Zeniq Safir, I beg to challenge some of us. If you are in Zeniq Safir and you build a system and you have made some referral income and you never bought coins with the money you have made, that's an error. Now, if you look at this is a back office, for instance, that means this back office is having about 29,684 coins, which is accumulating. Ordinarily, if you are a serious-minded and committed person in the project, this should not be your target. In fact, you shouldn't even see this. What you should be doing there is that, how can I have more of this coin continually? Then outside that, whatever I'm getting on the business, which is the cash flow system, is to be buying more coins. Look at this account, for instance. If you look at it, this account buy more of coins, not anything you see here was what has been withdrawn to buy coins. Then other ones that go for coupon and all of that. So because when I want to buy coins, I don't wait for coupon, just get it withdrawn, buy my coin and go on. Now, this withdrawal here has nothing to do with what the total money the account has made. And I remember when I saw what was posted for Zeniq, and I tested something very fast and very snappy. What did I do? I went and I said, let me test to run Zeniq withdrawal, and I got it this way. Okay, sorry, just a moment. Okay, and I got Zeniq withdrawal. Where we go? Okay, just a moment. Withdrawal. Okay. Sorry, it took me to another account. There's too many accounts, you know. Yeah, I like money too much. Now, if you look at it, a few days ago, I tested withdrawal on Avidon, withdrawing about 531 Avidon, apart from the one I have bought. I said, let me test run it. Now, what happened? That is, I earn extra income and then pushing it back to Avidon project. Now, even if Avidon price go down anytime, it wouldn't bother me. Why? It is a regenerating income from Zeniq Safir. So, ladies and gentlemen, I felt I owed many persons explanations to show them why they do not need to really bother about the price up and down of Bitcoin. It shouldn't be your challenge. Your challenge should be, what can I do not to be affected or not to even be concerned about the price of Bitcoin going up and down? Because either I like it or not, the price of Bitcoin or crypto must go up and down. It is the strategy you set that will determine if you will be able to have your bread even when the market is going down or not. For instance, we pray, let the price of Bitcoin go down to $10,000. Now, what would be my joy if the price of Bitcoin go down to $10,000? The question I ask friends is that if the price of Bitcoin get to $10,000, have you made a strategy or style or backup or fund or system that will make you to have some lumps of money to quickly collect Bitcoin? Because if Bitcoin can surface to $10,000, or at least if it can go down to $6,000, that will make a lot of sense, for instance. But how many people will cope? And what's your preparation? What do you have as a system that will keep you, getting you happier as the price of Bitcoin get to $10,000? So it's on that note we tell friends and we encourage them. We said, learn how to leverage on system that you have invested and they allow you to be doing activities. Because maybe some of us may not appreciate these. Why? Because we have not involved in projects that we bought into and it took 3-4 years before you had distributed your coin to. And you do nothing, you just wait. But this type of project said, you do not need to wait. You can be busy building the ecosystem and making some money while waiting for the maturity of the project. And funny enough, the coin didn't say you cannot withdraw, but that was wickedness on their side anyway. Because why? They knew that there are a lot of people that will be gullible enough to be withdrawing their Zeniq coin and be selling. I'm sure a lot of people are listening to me now. You know what you have done. Some of you withdrew your Zeniq coin and sold at 13 cents when price dipped. I know a person who withdrew when price was 13 cents. Now that even ordinarily moving up, you saw this kind of move yesterday. You saw the kind of move that was crazy. How can the market just move, right, from at about 19 cents and drew a line like this? I'm sure many of you who sold your Zeniq at about 13 or 14 cents, thereabout. There was a time market did very well at about 14 cents or thereabout. Instead of you to have some money that you have earned from building the network to buy more, you are selling. And immediately you sold. What do you think how will you feel right now when the market is now 23 cents? What will you feel when probably the exchange is launched, maybe the next 2 weeks, 1 month, and then the DEX exchange is done and other things are launched? What happened if the market now ran? Because that's what I'm trying to point us to. These different in prices you are seeing on Binance chain, on the swapping to the Avidon and all of that. See when it's going to regularize. It's going to regularize when the DEX exchange, even the sex exchange and all of that is out. Well, at that time, the regular thing may now be going around 90 cents, $1, and jump back to $3 and all of that. Then that's when you come back to look at the number of tokens you have sold. Imagine you have sold 10,000 of your Zeniq coin, right? Imagine you have sold 10,000 Zeniq coin right now, multiply by 0.16. That's $1,600. And now, when all the exchanges are out, the coin now maybe is what? Let's just say 90 cents. That is $9,000. How will you feel? Now, I'm not saying it's not your money not to kill it, but Zeniq coin is ordinarily not the coin you should be selling. You should look towards other places if you need money. I'm telling you, so honestly speaking, you should look towards other places if you need money. And that's one reason why you have ample opportunity to promote it, to share with people so that you can be able to make some money. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming online. And I say I have to quickly share that with us before we move in to the market update and analysis and all of that. And of course, we have said the market must crash and it's responding well. And we have said if the market could not hold at $38,000, you tight your bet at 36. And then if you refuse at 36, you tight your bet and wait for it at 31, 32. And you cannot wait. And if it refuses, then you wait for it. Oh my goodness. You wait for the guy as simple as possible at 29K. And then if God help us, we're able to break down at 29K, then we wait for it at 26. Then a very flash drop. If it crashes below 26, then we wait for it at $19,000. Now, though the $19,000 support is quite strong, okay? It's quite strong. So if you get there, then lucky us. But the question I ask, friend, every of us are waiting for price of Bitcoin to come down. How much do you have in USDT or in stablecoin to buy the dip? So those are the things that people don't ask themselves. When some of us will be promoting business and say, buy into Zeniq, they promote it, share with people and all of that. That is building cash flow so that we'll be able to have some money to buy back when the opportunity presents itself to us. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming online. I'll give you just like 5 minutes. Should you have any question about Zeniq, so that before we cut and go into crypto update, and then, of course, staking, other farming projects, so many other things that we have to offer. And, you know, and you can now see why some of us, okay? You can see why some of us who have been in this, why we diversify. Your diversification into staking, into farming, and all of that is what will give you patience over your Zeniq. So even if Zeniq is going to go to $5 in the next 2-3 years, you will be able to have patience for it. And I think I love what happened. An example of a project that dealt with a lot of friends that we have been part of since 2019, but okay, myself since 2019, but majority of us, you know, coming in 2020 was that the coin itself, let me quickly show us. Man, you just need to stand and develop yourself, seriously. Because now I ask a question. This coin, even though it's at $21 now, let me quickly show you something. Maybe something will amaze you. When I got involved in this project, we used Google Form. Okay, I used Google Form, and I was afraid of sharing with my community. That was in 2019. I was afraid to share with anybody in my community to say, hey, come and buy into this project. That was in 2019. Now, but I was in contact with, you know, the developer. Okay. Now, this thing is telling you all-time low here. That was not the all-time low. Before I even came into the coin market cap was lower than that. But let me now tell you, majority of my community bought into this coin in 2020. And look at what happened. Majority of them bought it at 35 cents. 35 cents, 40 cents, 90 cents, $1, $2, or at least $1, 2 cents, even up to $3, if I'm not mistaken. And they were doing burnout, you know, and that was all. Now, did you know when the coin went down to this? Last year, 2021. January 2021, January 20, 2021, the coin went down to how many cents? 0.001. Now, imagine somebody who bought it at $1. Let's say somebody's used $10,000 to buy 10,000 pieces. Now, 10,000 pieces multiplied by 0.00018. $18. What will you explain this to be? $18. What he has bought at 2020 and probably is holding it, and it came down to as low as $18. Don't you think that this person will pour it away? It's a nonsense. But good 18, we stake it. That's the advantage of minting, staking, masternode. We stake it. Some sold, of course, before it even came down. Some even said the project was written off. Now, I know many persons were not confident at all to have even used ordinary $100 to buy. $100 divided by 0.0018. That is 55,555. Nobody will have had the confidence to have bought this coin, even when they have bought it at $1 before they sold, and then the coin, there you go, with $100, they will have been able to have 55,555. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 55,555. Now, with the prevailing price, multiplied by $21. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's $1.1 million. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody will say, if I had known I would have bought. That is not true. You will not. Fear will never allow you to buy. But what will make money in 2021 may not make too much sense. Please ask your questions so that we move into the next agenda. Please, you have questions, and then you are free to ask right now, and then so that we'll move into the next episode. Any question, you can type it on the chat.